Hello guys, in this video we are going to discuss about static keyword in Java. So we have different uses with static keyword. We will see all those usages. So mainly the static usage is memory management. The main usage of static keyword is for memory management. So generally whenever we use static keyword with a data member, so it will save the memory, and not only that, whatever it may be, whenever you declare your method as static, as we discussed in the previous video, if I declare any method as static, the memory will be allocated within the class space but not within the object. That means in every object you're not going to create that space. So only this methods or data will be stored within the class space. That means I have a class, single class, and I have a static data item int A, and I have another item B. Now I am creating three objects. Now O1 will contain B, individual B, O2 will contain individual B, O3 will contain individual B, whereas A is a static which will be saved within class space, and this will be used by O1, O2 and O3. That means which data I should declare as static, whichever is common for all the objects, that data you should declare it as static. So the first thing is static with data. The data you declaring as static, that is static data. Right. See, these are the different cases which we are using for static. The first one is variable or static data, and the second one is method, and third one is block, and fourth one is nested class, which we are not discussing now. Later videos we will discuss that. So static variable. So whenever you declare any data as static, what happens? The data, the memory will be allocated within the class space but not within the object space. So which data I should declare as static? Whichever is common for all the objects. For example, I am creating a class called student, in which I have roll number, then name, and I have college name. So here, if I am writing this student class for single college students, then the college name will be same for all the students. Here I am writing the college name as MLRIT, and I am declaring this college as static. Now I have some methods here. So whenever you declare objects for student S1, student S2, S3 and so on, for each student roll number and name will be different, but the college name will be same. That's why I am declaring this college as static, and the memory for this college will be allocated within the class space. Within the student class itself, college will be created, and the value assigned to college is MLRIT, and this name will be used by all the objects. So now here, as college name is same for all the objects, we are not wasting the memory by declaring college name in each and every object. So that is the main usage of static. And whenever we access this static item, try to use class name instead of using the object name. Why? Because this data is available within the class, not within the object. For example, if you want to access the roll number of S1, how we will access S1 dot roll number? But now if I want to access this college name, how to access this? This I need to access like student dot college. So if you are within the class itself, you can access directly like roll number or college. But if you are accessing outside of the class, then you can use class name to access the static data. So this is about static data. Next we will see one example for the static data. Right. So I will take same student class with string roll number and static string college is equal to I am assigning MLRIT. Okay, then we will take two different programs here with the same code. So now I'm taking a constructor here, student constructor, with a parameter roll number, string roll number, which I'm assigning to R number. R number is equal to the given roll number. And the college name already we have assigned, so we don't need to assign anything. So void disp. First I will display the roll number. Roll number is equal to, it is available in R number. See, we are in within the class itself, that's why I am not using any object. Then I'm displaying the college name, so that is available within college. Now I'm closing this class. Then here I'm creating two objects. Student S1 is equal to new student. This constructor is expecting one parameter, so 19R21E0501 is the roll number, and then I'm creating one more student, S2, with some other roll number 503. Now what I will do, S1 dot disp, I will call this method on S1, and I will also call this method on S1 dot disp and S2 dot disp. Now, so S1, what are the values for S1? The roll number is 501 and the college name is MLRIT. And for S2, the roll number is 503 and the college name is MLRIT. Now we will change this to static example. So I am writing SG. So se.java. So roll number is 501, college name is MLRIT. Roll number is 503, college name is again MLRIT. So here the MLRIT is common, so we are not assigning every time. Even if you observe the constructor, we can see we are assigning only roll number every time. The college name will be assigned only once. Now what we will do, we will try to remove this display method, and now I will print the values here itself. So system.out.println S1 roll number is equal to, how we can access S1 roll number? S1 dot R number. Okay. The next step, S1 college. But this college is not belongs to S1 only. This belongs to student class, or I should access student dot college. It's the same way for S2 also. So S2 roll number is available in S2 objects itself, and S2 college is also student dot college. I'm saving this, I should get the same output now. So I'm compiling, I'm executing. See, S1 roll number is 501, S1 college is MLRIT, S2 roll number is 503 and S2 college is MLRIT. Now, instead of using college, class name here, if I use S1 and S2, we'll see what happens. I'm just saving this and now checking this. See, I'm not getting any errors, right? See, even now I'm getting the same output. But see, even if you get the output, it doesn't mean MLRIT is saved in your object. It belongs to your class only. So this is about static variable or static data. And next is static method. If I declare any method as static, what happens? So we have seen in the previous video, if we declare any method as static, we don't need to create any object to access that method. And we have some other conditions like static method can access only other static data. For example, I want to display a variable a which is not a static. See, a is a non-static data. If you try to display a value within the static method, we will get the error. Why? Because disp is a static method, so it can access only other static data. So it cannot access any other non-static data. If you want to access other static data, you should create an object for that class, even if you are in same class. See, I am in class A, so what I need to do, a ob is equal to new a. How I can access ob dot a? Not directly, I cannot access a. Why? Because a is a non-static data. So that's the thing. Now we'll see one example for static method also. So I'm taking a normal method, static void disp. Here I'm trying to print ln, what I am printing, college name. So college is equal to, so college only. Yes. So even if I try to print the college, yes, I can access, not a problem. So I am creating student S1 is equal to new student. Then I am just calling S1 dot disp. Oh, sorry, we don't need any object here, right? So we didn't need to create any object here. Directly I can call the disp method using student dot disp. That's it. Now what I should get, the college name should be printed. See here, college is a static data and disp is also a static method, so I should be able to access that. I'm just saving this and I'm trying to compile this. Sorry, we got an error. I forgot to close this quotes. Right. So Java space SE. Now college is equal to MLRIT. Now what I will do, I will remove the static keyword for college and I'm saving. Now the static method is trying to access a non-static data. We will see what happens. So I'm getting an error. What is the error? Non-static variable college cannot be referenced from a static context. So you are in static context, you are in static method, but you are trying to access a non-static data. Now how to access that? Student S is equal to new student. I'm creating an object. Now how to access? S dot college. We will try to see now. So if I execute this, yes, I'm getting MLRIT now. So as MLRIT, college name is non-static, so you should access that using object. So this is about static method. And next is static block. That also we will see with example. So generally we know execution starts from main function, but if we want to execute anything before the main function itself, we can write those statements within the static block. So generally static block is used to initialize your static data, but even though if you want to print or if you want to display anything before the main function execute, you can write this within the static. That means the static block will be executed before the main function itself. So now what I will do, I will write within the class itself, I am writing a static block. So where I am printing a message hello from static block. Next, I'm closing this block. Next we have main function. So after static block we are writing main function. So here this is from main block. Then I'm saving this. Now generally we know execution starts from main, but here we have written the static block. So first I'm getting hello from static block, then hello from main block. So first static block will be executed and after that main block will be executed. And next other usage of static is used to assign static data. So here what I am doing is equal to 10. Already I have declared a static data item A that I am assigning to 10 within the static block. Now within this main function I will try to print that. So what is that? That is A is equal to plus E. See, A is a static data, main is also static method, that's why we can able to access it directly. So I should get hello from static block, hello from main block, A is equal to 10. So hello from static, hello from main, A is equal to 10. So that is the process. So static block is used to execute before main block itself, and it is also used to initialize the static data. So this is about static keyword in Java. We have mainly 4 usages. The 4th usage is nested class that we will discuss in the future videos. But till now what we have discussed: static with variable, static with method, and static with block. So thank you.